What's going on YouTube? Super Insane 18 here, and today I am bringing you a must-know combo tutorial for PrankKids for the July 2021 format. Now, PrankKids isn't necessarily a combo deck, it is more so a one-card engine that sets you up a board while leaving you with other cards in your hand to disrupt your opponent. But that being said, there are some definitely necessary combos that you have to know in order to properly pilot this deck, so let's go ahead and jump on in. So the first combo that I want to show you just requires any one PrankKid plus a blank card in hand. So let's go ahead and show you. This is the basic cookie cutter combo that you're going to use. You are going to normal summon the kid and immediately link it away into your copy of Meow-Meow. Because the kid hit the field, hit the grave, you can use its effect. In this case, Fansies will send a copy of Pranks to the graveyard and summon out another copy of a kid. In this case, Dropsies. We're going to link the Meow-Meow and the Dropsies into a copy of Dodo-Doodle-Doo, and we will activate Dodo as Chainlink 1 and the kid that you used as Chainlink 2. Here we will summon out the Lampsies and add a copy of Pandemonium to our hand. Now you activate the Pandemonium using the Lampsies and the Dodo to fuse for a copy of Rocket Ride, and use the kid that you sent to summon your final kid. Here you're going to use the Rocket Ride to tribute itself and summon out two PrankKids. One of them has to be the Dodo, and the other can be anything, but I like to go for Fansies because it has the highest defense. And then you are going to use Dodo's other effect to tribute itself, adding back two PrankKids from your grave. So here you're going to add both the spells, the Pandemonium and the Pranks. You are then going to link away into a copy of Bow Wow Bark. And here you activate the last kid that you used. This is where the blank card comes into play. You are going to banish it to draw a blank card, and then use the kid to summon another kid. It could be anyone, but I like to do Fansies again because of the high defense. You are going to activate Pranks, set Pandemonium face down, and end your turn. Now this is interesting because you only use two cards out of your hand, and you got another card, so you should still have quite a few cards in your hand to go off of. And then during the end phase, the Pranks will send back the Roxies, the Dodo, and the Rocket Ride. This will let you just draw any card, it doesn't matter, so we're just going to throw one in here. And now, on your opponent's standby, you can use the Bow Wow Bark and add back whichever two you don't have on field, so in this case it will be the Lampsies and the Dropsies. And now we're able to Pandemonium on our opponent's turn, using the three kids that we have available to us to make a copy of Butler, wherever he is. There we go. And now Butler will give you two essentially Raigekis on your opponent's turn, not to mention the kids that are going to summon more kids, but you can use its effect, banish the Meow-Meow instead for one Raigeki, and then tribute itself for the other. With the 5 cards in hand, it gives you decent disruptions for your opponent. This next combo is any two kids except for Roxies, and this will actually let you create that same board we just made, but you won't be able to be Nibiru'd because you're going to do it in under 5 summons. So you're going to summon out your kid and immediately link into the Meow, using the kid to send the Pranks in this case, and summon out the last kid that you need. Now that was 3 summons because the Fansies, the Meow, and the Dropsies. Your 4th summon is going to be the Dodo-Doodle-Doo. And here you can activate Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. Now the PrankKids effects to summon are optional, so I can still gain the 1,000 life points, but not actually summon. So I'm going to do that just to chain block this and add my copy of Pandemonium. Now since this is our 4th summon, we can use its effect, tribute it, adding back the Dropsies and the Fansies. And then we can set the Pandemonium and end our turn. So we have 6 cards in hand because we started with 2, so we had 3 left. We have all 3 of the kids that we need in order to summon Butler, so on our opponent's turn, we can Pandemonium, using the 3 kids, summon out a copy of Butler, and then activate the effect of all 3 kids to swarm our field even further, all of that done without being able to be Nibiru'd. Now, this next combo requires any one kid plus Polymerization, and it actually lets you do something really cool. So we're going to normal summon our kid and immediately link it away into the Meow-Meow. Activating the kid effect, again, since it's Fansies, we will send Pranks, and we are going to specifically summon out Dropsies here. Now that we have these 2 on field, we are going to Polymerization using the Dropsies and the Meow-Meow into our copy of Rocket Ride. This will activate the Dropsies and we can chain block with the Rocket Ride. Dropsies is going to summon out Lampsies. Here we're going to use the Rocket Ride and we are going to tribute it to summon back out our Dropsies and our Fansies. And then we can take the Lampsies and the Fansies and link them away into a copy of Dodo-Doodle-Doo. Dodo-Doodle-Doo and Lampsies will activate, so the Lampsies will summon out another copy of Dropsies, and Dodo-Doodle-Doo will add us a copy of Pandemonium. Here we will take both of our Dropsies and we will overlay them into a copy of Totally Awesome. And the last thing that we're going to do is we are going to activate the Dodo-Doodle-Doo, adding back the Lampsies and the Fansies to our hand. We will set our Pandemonium and pass our turn. Now, what this did is it gave us an Omni-Negate in Totally Awesome, so once we use that, we can actually use the Toad's effect to add back a Water from Grave, giving us back our Dropsies, leaving us with all 3 materials for Pandemonium. Now we've negated an opponent's effect, we're going to Pandemonium to summon out Butler, and then we can activate all 3 kids to again swarm our field, and Butler will give us 2 Regekis on our opponent's turn. Alright, and the last combo that I want to show you is one of the most degenerate things that I've ever seen in Yu-Gi-Oh!, which you might already be able to tell by the Mystic Mine that is in my hand. This is a combo that will not make you any new friends, and you will probably lose whatever friends that you do have, but it is a free win, so it is something that I should show you. It is almost identical to our first combo, but it does differ towards the end, so we will normal summon our copy of Fansies and immediately link into the Meow. Using the Fansies, we will send the Pranks to our graveyard and summon out a copy of Dropsies. Here we're going to link both away into a Dodo-Doodle-Doo. Again, we are going to use the Dodo as Chainlink 1 and the Dropsies as Chainlink 2. Dropsies will summon out Lampsies, and Dodo will add a copy of Pandemonium. We will activate the Pandemonium and fuse both of these into a copy of Rocket Ride, using the Lampsies to get our last kid. Using Rocket Ride, we will tribute it to resummon again specifically the Dodo-Doodle-Doo, and I like Fansies because of the increased defense that it has, and then we can use the Dodo to add back our copies of Pranks and Pandemonium. Then we will take our last 2 kids and link them away into a copy of Bow Wow Bark, and this is where it differs from the first combo. Instead of using the effect to summon, you are not going to use it at all. If you have something in hand that you would rather have be a different card, you could use the draw effect and opt not to summon since it is optional, but that doesn't really matter for the combo sake. Here we are going to activate Pranks, hold the Pandemonium in our hand, and activate Mystic Mine. We go to the end phase, and because we have more monsters than our opponent, Mystic Mine will not destroy itself. We do lock ourselves out of monster effects, but that's fine. We activate the effect of Pranks, putting back a Kid, Dodo-Doodle-Doo, and Rocket Ride. And this essentially sets up the infinite combo. The card you draw does not matter. As soon as your opponent commits to a single summon, whether it is a normal or a special, you will activate the effect of the Bow Wow Bark, tributing itself to specifically add back the Lampsies and the Dropsies. Now, you have no monsters. Your opponent has at least one since you did this when they committed their normal summon. Now they are under Mystic Mine. Unless they have a way to out the Mystic Mine in the form of back row hate, like Spell or Trap, because they cannot use monster effects, you almost essentially just win the game here. And let me show you why. They will pass their turn because they are unable to attack or activate effects. You will draw for turn and your card does not matter. What you are going to do is you are going to activate the Pandemonium, fusion summoning out the Rocket Ride by using the Dropsies and the Lampsies. Now again, since the summon effects are optional, you're going to go Chainlink 1, 2, 3. This loses 1,000 and can attack directly. You gain 1,000 life points and burn them for 500. You enter battle because you have 1 and they have at least 1. You will be able to attack under Mystic Mine. So you swing for 1,000, they take the damage, and you go to main phase 2. Main phase 2, you use the effect of Rocket Rider, since you are either equal or less than the number of monsters your opponent has, and you resummon out the Dropsies and the Lampsies. You then link these away into the Dodo-Doodle-Doo. Again, you are either equal to or less than your opponent's monster count, so you can use the Dodo-Doodle-Doo effect to add you another copy of Pandemonium. You use the Dodo-Doodle-Doo effect to tribute itself, adding back the Dropsies and the Lampsies to your hand, and you end your turn. On the end phase, the Pranks will set up the infinite loop by putting back the Dodo, the Rocket, and the Pandemonium. Since you are putting back the Pandemonium every single turn, you will never run out, and since you are putting these back, you will always be able to swing directly, and you will always be able to add Pandemonium. Since you added back the Dropsies and the Lampsies, you can gain life points and burn them every single turn while also attacking directly, and that puts them on a 5-turn timer, so they can either out the Mystic Mine within 5 turns, or they lose. And there you guys have it. Hopefully you enjoyed and hopefully you learned something today. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and I will see you guys next time.